afternoon. It is 12:42 on a Thursday. I've been doing a lot of homework and reading up on different types of behavior and relationship issues people have and all kinds of stuff. So, I'm not too sure how people get wrapped up in the dramas they do. I know I had a few in my earlier, late 20s, early 30s, but I don't think my adult drama was that bad. A lot of people get worse, have worse things happen. But the great majority of what I've been finding is that drugs and alcohol are a big thing. It's a big contributor to the failure of relationships. That and money, okay? Your financial standing and addiction to alcohol and drugs.
In about 10 miles, turn left onto U.S. Highway 287 Frontage Road.
Guess we got a flagger out here. You have to sit here and wait for a minute. So, for any ladies out there listening, I'd be more than willing to take a drug test, and I'd be willing to take a STD test to prove I ain't got none. And that's only because of the things that I've read here lately. It's just boggles the mind. And it does make me realize, now that I'm older, getting involved with somebody this late in the game, a lot of people's gone through a lot of shit. And I can't say anything bad about it. They went through it. They had to live through it. They didn't make mistakes. They get an STD or get hooked on alcohol or drugs. And they're at a loss because in their mind, they don't know how to fix it. It is what it is. And, we the people that outside of those problems can lead a person to where they need to be to fix the issues, but they can't make them drink the water of truth. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to wish them well and pray that they fix themselves, or they go and get the help that they need, whether it be for drugs, alcohol, financial or mental health, or adult or childhood traumas, or whatever the fuck it is. Like I said in the previous video, to prevent post-traumatic stress, you have to deal with your issue right away, or as soon as possible. Try to work through the problem, even if it takes you a few days or even a few years. You gotta process through the issue so you don't get post-traumatic stress later in life and things start triggering you, and you start getting all kinds of emotional things going on. Another thing that can over-exaggerate all those traumas and mental health issues is the drugs and alcohol. And they're intertwined. They trigger each other. The drugs and alcohol trigger the emotions trigger the addiction. So it's a never-ending cycle. And there's other things like coffee binging and gory TV binging. That's an addiction, and it's pretty bad. My mom's dealing with that. She won't admit it. She drinks coffee from the moment she wakes up to the moment she goes to bed. and watches like cop shows that are like 20 years old, like that are real life case stuff. Like, you know it's old as fuck when they pull out a flip phone and they're trying to hack into it. You're shitting me. Or the computer on their desk is that giant monitor that looks like a fucking TV. A box TV. Okay, that shit's old as fuck, and she's acting as if it's like current news and some dumb shit. Okay? But that's her mental health issue she has to work through, and she's getting older, and I can't really say much about it. But, you know, Mom, you need to change the channel. That's pretty fucking gory. I mean, the dogs don't even see or hear that shit. That's all you can really say. I've seen people get hooked on sex to the point where they're defending their sexual choices, and to me, from the outside, it looks like they're defending their sexual conquest or their prize or their fuck toy or whatever the fuck they want to call it. It's just sick. Drug and alcohol addiction does the same thing. They defend it in every way, form you can think. It's rampant. Now, mind you, I know people smoke cannabis and drink alcohol when they're in a legal age and state. Okay, that's common. But when you overdo it or get into illicit drugs, that's the fucking problem. I've walked away from many people. I lost one of my close friends. He kept shooting up, and I couldn't convince him to stop. Last I know, he went to jail. It sucks. But it is what it is. The story I shared the other day when I was doing my homework about the woman who was dealing with type of abuse that resembled Stockholm Syndrome. I've known a few ladies that worked in a hospital and got caught stealing from the pharmacy for various different reasons. It's wrong to be doing that shit to begin with, and if you're trying to push those pills for money, that's just fucking even worse. It's dumb. I guess I only know about those issues because I'm attracted to nurse or hospital employee ladies. They look good in scrubs. Sorry. I also like a woman in uniform. Kind of partial to the sheriff's deputy that follows me here on TikTok. She don't never comment. She never says this damn thing. And but yeah, I know she follows me. You can hide your activity and your video views, but if you're following me, you're seeing me. But yeah, I think a woman that takes care of themselves, has a good career, knows how to take care of her own household, and raise up the kids right without a male figure in the household is a plus. You know, it's not my job or any other man's job to walk into a new relationship with kids and automatically assume the duty. You know what I'm saying? That's something that's earned, and I know that. But I would never tell a kid, no, sorry, I can't give you any attention, man. Your mom doesn't want me to, you know, participate in your life. I would never tell a kid that shit. Even if their mother said, I'm not supposed to interact. That one issue I had with that one girl, freaking out because we were talking about the Dragon Ball Z on the TV, grabbed her kid and ran out the fucking door. And I was saying, fine, fuck it. If you're that paranoid about me talking about a cartoon that, you know, came out when I was his age, okay, bye. But, you know, I'm not gonna ignore them. is what it is. I guess the pace car is about to take us. That's good. Be noisy for a minute. There's a new feature on the iPhone camera. You can pause it. You can go ahead and pause it until the traffic goes by. And we're back. So there's a lot of the relationship issues that deal with external forces, such as addictions and things. Even negative influences of people that just behave in low-life behavior, being shady and disrespectful and all kinds of bad and weird shit people do. Even those habits can be addictions. Just being in the habit of doing those things and defending those ways of being is an addiction. And people will defend it. It's pretty weird. Better slow down. Some people just want to do fucking 80 and a fucking 75. I'm gonna cruise at 70 like it says. So, I am willing to do a drug test and an STD test at my age, just because of the things that I've witnessed in life and things that I know just ain't right when it comes to certain people, okay? Now, people have changed over the years, people have gotten hard over the years, people have learned to be a new type of person, okay? And that's what we're striving to be in a more positive way. I, unfortunately, keep running into low-life people that pretend to be something they're not. Or young ladies trying to convince me that their age is just a number. But sorry, I'm not going for that. I'm not participating in that shit. Y'all can just fucking girl bye. So I am looking for my
In 1 mile,
lady.
turn left onto US Highway 287 Frontage Road.
My forever lady that I could trust and grow with and live out my life and grow old with. Like, I want to grow as a person, as a couple, but I want to be that person, be that man for that woman that will grow old with her and be by her side. And I'm looking for that woman to be by my side until the end. A lot of these things are more of an adult issue than a 20s and 30s issue. Now, in your 30s, that's when I started realizing people are getting more fucked up and addicted and getting STDs and all kinds of stupid shit. Stand
Go
by.
past this stop sign.
And we're back. Should have waited till I got through that section. But it's oh well. I'm thinking out loud. This video isn't for anybody. But last night's homework really made me think hard about choosing my next person, and I hope somebody else gets, something out of this video to really think about if you're single right now, whether you're a man or a woman, and you're thinking about finding a new special someone, really think about it and be choosy. Really look at the person, how they carry themselves, are they taking care of themselves and their family? Do they, I don't know, do the pros and cons kind of thing and evaluate them before you commit, especially before you commit to having sex at this late in the game. Because if you get an STD at this age, you're kind of fucked. So yeah, just think about it. I want somebody that can really show me that I can trust them, and I won't have to worry about that kind of thing. So yeah, I'd seriously sit down and talk with a woman and say, hey, I'd really like to get to know you better, while at the same time, I've been celibate for a long time now, and I'm comfortable being celibate. I'd be willing to wait 6 months to a year for the STD test to come back before we jump into bed. Be willing to wait for a background check to come back before we start dating. And be willing to take a drug test to prove that I'm clean and ain't got nothing else going on. And I hope a woman that would be interested in me would be strong enough and comfortable enough and stand by. Confident enough to say, yeah, Jimmy, I ain't got nothing to hide. Here's my drug test, here's my background check, here's my STD test, blah, blah. Want to go get some coffee? You know what I'm saying? It needs to be that comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no problem talking about this shit and really getting to know a woman on that level. Because if you're going to be in a serious relationship until you're old and gray and about to kick the bucket and cross over to the other world, you really should be able to know that person inside and out. Okay? That goes along with medical issues too. As you're in a relationship, you're going to find out about medical issues as you get older. And it is the responsibility of each person in the relationship to respect each other's dignity while at the same time making sure each other is taken care of. And a woman's dignity is important, more so as she gets older, because women do get self-conscious. So, for ladies my age, 40 and above, just know you will always be respected, treated like a lady, and reminded how beautiful you are no matter how old we get. Okay? So, to end this, I hope everybody has a beautiful day. It's sunny, it's bright, it's about 75 degrees out. And just cruising down to Wichita Falls. Check on the old garden down there. Sort out the garage. Do some weed eating. I'll probably mow the yard again. So, y'all have a beautiful day. And thank you for coming by and watching the video.